Okay, brilliant. Thank you. Okay, I'll stop now. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining our webinar today. My name is Jenny. I'm the International Recruitment Officer for the University of South Wales. So today, we're going to talk about the university and specifically about our business courses. Today, we're very honored to have one of our academics with us today, Mr. Stuart Milligan. Stuart, you probably could see his face on your screen now, and he's going to talk about our business school and our MBA courses in particular, and to let you know what we can offer at our business school and what kind of unique selling points our courses have. So to begin with our webinar today, I'm going to talk about a little bit about our university in case some of you guys may not be familiar with it. So the name of our university is the University of South Wales. It clearly indicates the location of the university. Our university is located in the capital city of Wales, Cardiff. We have 3 campuses in Cardiff and its region. And you can see on the screen now, and there are 3 pictures of our UK campus, and we also have a campus in Dubai, which is newly established in 2018. So each of our campus has its own speciality. Our business school most of our business school courses will be delivered in our main campus in Pontypridd. So I will talk a little bit more about the campus in the later slides. First of all, I want to let you know the University of South Wales is the 6th biggest public university in the UK, and we have about 30,000 students studying with us right now. Out of those 30,000 students, we have more than 2,500 students coming outside of the EU. So it's a very international and multicultural place for you. I think that's ideal for our international students. Now I'm showing you this map of UK and also the location of our 3 campuses in Cardiff and this region. You can see we have Pontypridd campus, Cardiff campus, and Newport campus. So the Cardiff campus is what you can see in my background. This is our Cardiff City Centre campus called Atrium. This campus is focuses on creative industry course delivery. And the Pontypridd campus is our main campus, which is about 20 to 25 minutes drive away from the Cardiff City Centre. So the location is ideal. It is a campus environment, which means the students will be stay on campus, being taught on campus. All of your most of your student life will be happening on campus. So it's very convenient and safe and secure. We also have a campus in Newport City Centre. Some of our business school courses will be delivered on our Newport campus. For example, the hotel and hospitality management. This course is very unique. We will talk about that later. So the Newport campus is in the Newport City Centre, which is only about 15 minutes train journey away from Cardiff. And don't forget, we're one of the very few universities in the UK has its own train station. So in our main campus, outside of the main campus, there's a train station for our students to get to the Cardiff City Centre, as well as the other big cities in the UK. So Cardiff, apart from the very good railway system, we also have an international airport. So if you travel from different places in the world, you can come to Cardiff quite easily. So Cardiff Airport is well connected to big airports such as Doha and Amsterdam. So will enable you to travel around very easily. And if you want to travel to see the Europe while you studies, Cardiff will be ideal. So I'm showing you some pictures about Cardiff and Wales. I want to tell you, Wales is very historical and a multicultural place. So in Wales, we have 2 official languages. The first one is not a rocket science, English. We do use English most of our time. We also use Welsh. I've got some international students messaging me very funny, and they say, teacher, I received the email from the university, but it doesn't make any sense. So if you do receive any message from the university, it doesn't make any sense to you, that's because it's in Welsh. But you will be able to find the English version in the same email. So it is bilingual. I think that sort of element makes Welsh people very welcoming to different cultures and different languages. And so you don't need to worry if you're not so familiar with English at the beginning of your study, okay? We'll help you through that. So Wales, apart from the multicultural elements, we're also very famous for castles. In Wales, we have more than 600 castles across the country. So it is the #1 country that has the most castles in each square meter in Europe. So there is one castle actually literally outside of our main campus. You can see on the slide, top left, that beautiful picture, that is the Castle Coch outside of our campus. So if you like outdoor activities and historical architecture, Wales will be ideal place for you to visit and to study. Cardiff also has been named as one of the most affordable cities in the UK for international students. So I think for many, many international students, location, affordability, the value for your degree, it's very important for you to consider. So now I'm going to go into some general information about what kind of courses at the university to offer. So this university is a very comprehensive university. We focus on employability. So employability is everything, is at the heart of everything we do at the University of South Wales. That means most of our degrees and courses would have professional accreditation embedded. We also have specially designed courses for international students to enhance their employability. On this slide, you will see our top-up degrees. So top-up degrees is designed for students who perhaps holding a diploma degree or any international qualification is equivalent to a HND or diploma. They can come to the UK for the final year study for their undergraduate degree. And within the year, they will be able to achieve a British undergraduate degree. So it's a very intensive course, but at the same time save you a lot of money to achieve that degree in the UK. So the selling point about the University of South Wales, not only we offer a lot of top-up degrees in business subject area, we also offer top-up degrees in engineering and science and creative industry. So if you are interested in some areas, University of South Wales would be a good option for you to consider. And during this pandemic, we have received so many inquiries about can I start my degree at the University of South Wales in September? What happens if I can't come to the university in September? So first of all, we are starting our teaching activities in September to home students and international students. Obviously, we're going to be very cautious and we will take in special arrangements for the teaching activities. However, if you cannot join us in September for any reasons, you will be able to choose one of our February intake courses. And if you're interested in business courses, you will be having a massive advantage because we have a range of different business top-ups and the postgraduate degrees offer February intake. I want to also mention for business top-ups happening in February, it will be intensive course, which means you join us in February and your degree will be finished at exactly the same time as February intake students. If you have a plan to continue your postgraduate study in the UK, either with the University of South Wales or with any other university, you will not need to wait for another half year to join your ideal university. So this is a strong selling point we offer. We help you to progress onto your further study cohesively and smoothly. So for our students, apart from our very employable degrees and our degrees that are designed specifically for international students, we also have an amazing campus for you to enjoy your life with us. So at the university, as I mentioned, if you study a business course, you're more likely to study on the main campus in Pontypridd. So on this campus, we have fantastic sports facilities, as you can see on the picture here. We have the best sports park in Wales and probably one of the best ones in the whole UK as well. So in this sports park, you not only you will be able to enjoy our fantastic gym, you also will be able to enjoy our outdoor area to play football, rugby, and all sorts of activities. In our main campus, we also have another gym that is suitable for people like me, basically going to gym probably like a couple of times a year, and just to make sure that I am doing something. So yeah, don't worry, it doesn't matter your level of activities, you'll be able to find a good facility to enjoy in your life. So now we're talking about the campus life. Accommodation is very important for our international students. First of all, we guarantee the first year host accommodation for all international students. So if you choose to study with the University of South Wales, the first year, your accommodation on campus will be guaranteed. So you don't have to worry about looking for accommodations on your own when you just landed in the UK. And our accommodation offers several different packages. So it depends on what kind of room and what kind of like social life you would like. For instance, you can choose a room that is shared, your own bedroom, but you share the kitchen with other people. If you come in as a couple, you can also choosing a studio sort of like accommodation on campus as well. So the price will be varying between £96 to £126 per week, and that is including bills. I want to give you some context here, okay? If you're choosing study in London, for example, the very cheap accommodation you expect will be about £200 per week, okay? So again, this is something you need to consider when you're doing a degree. You're not just paying for the degree, you're also paying your living cost at the same time. If you feel like you're more sociable, you want to have your own place, and you are familiar with your environment now for the second year or second semester, you want to move out, the University of South Wales offers a great range of private accommodation close to the campus. As I keep mentioning, the Pontypridd main campus is only 25 minutes away from Cardiff City Centre, but it is a little town. So that means in this town, we have a lot of private accommodation choices for our students, and it's very, very affordable. It's about £50 per week. However, without bills. So I think bills, it's probably about £25 per week. So I would say £75 per week, including bills, if you choose off-campus private accommodation. And there are a lot of advantages of choosing private accommodation. First of all, you can choose your roommate, and you can choose your property, and you have a little bit more freedom, you know, and also you can, I've seen someone's drawing something on my picture. Thank you. Please don't do that. Anyway, so yeah, off-campus private accommodation is very affordable, and it's a little bit more freedom, okay? I also want to touch on the base here, talking a little bit about our student experience during the pandemic. We do have some international students still stay with us on campus because of the travel restriction. And I'm really happy and proud to say none of them has been left out, okay? They are still looked after on campus. Our accommodation team and the security team and international service team have been trying their best to look after them. All of the students are very healthy and happy with us right now. And we're very lucky because our host accommodation are very close to the outdoor greenery. So literally behind our accommodation area, there's a lot of open ground for our students to enjoy their daily exercise. So if you do join the University of South Wales for September intake, you will be ensured that we have plenty open space for you to keep the social distancing, but at the same time enjoying a little bit of freedom on campus as well, okay? So don't worry about that part. Apart from the accommodation and the campus facilities, we also have a range of activities for you to enjoy on the campus. We have more than 70 societies on campus. So you can see on the picture here, we have football team, we have rugby team, we have volleyball team, we also have cheerleader team. So you can join any of those sports related societies. We also have other societies focused on different interests like climbing, rock climbing thing. Also, in this first week of your study, which is our International Welcome Week, we would arrange a range of different activities for you, help you to make friends on campus and to know about the environment better. For instance, we have the Freshers Week party. This is normally happening on the campus in our nightclub on campus. Yes, you're right. We have a nightclub in the student union, so you can enjoy your drinks and fun without worrying about get a taxi, get back to your apartment. Okay, and also we also arrange like IKEA trips and the supermarket shopping trips for our international students in the first week. So to make sure you know where you go for things you need in your daily life. So that is about the university.
My name is Dr. Dominic Page, and I'm the
Oh, sorry, I'm just playing this automatically. So basically, that was the general information about. Oh, sorry, let me just turn off that.
Business.
How can I turn off that? Sorry about that. That was the general information about the university and the campus life we can offer to you. And now I'm gonna give the presentation to Dr. Stewart to talk about the business school and also the courses we have on offer. So Stewart, please please take over. Thank you.
Thank you, Jenny. And thank you for that good introduction to the University of South Wales. So yeah, why study at South Wales Business School? I think Jenny's done an excellent job of giving you an overview of the campus, but why the business school? Well, we've done a lot of things we're really proud of in the business school, and if we go to the next slide, there's some excellent measures which indicate how well we look after the students. One of the things we're really proud of is 100% student satisfaction on a number of courses. So every year, there's a survey done, a national survey done, asking about student and their experiences within University of South Wales. And so marketing and finance and our law courses in particular are coming up with 100% student satisfaction. One of the other metrics that we're very proud of is graduate employability. So an awful lot of our students, and particularly in the business school, end up with employment or further education within 6 months of completing their qualification. And obviously with the current UK VI regulation, there's still the 2-year post-study work visa in places which you take advantage of by completing study in University of South Wales. So we're on slide 13, if we're trying to navigate the right one. There we are. We are top in Wales for student support in business and management, and we are truly passionate about the experience you get within University of South Wales. We want you to feel part of a community. We want you to have a good time with us, not only socially, but also really value the experience that you get whilst working with us and being a student with us. We have the top law school in the UK. We are ranked #1 accounting provider in Wales, and I said 95% of our graduates in employment or further study within 6 months, which is really, I suppose, a main selling point, because that's ultimately why students come to university, is to get to the next step of their career, and we're very good at placing students in those jobs. And it's largely because of our focus. We are a very industry-facing university. I myself have come from industry. I did 20 years working in operations management in the retail sector before joining university. And I'm one of the typical lecturers whereby an awful lot of our staff, the lecturing academics, have got an experience working in the private sector as well, public sector as well. So we've got industrial experience. So it's not just teaching you abstract theory, it's about teaching you how to apply that theory to practice. We've got quite a large portfolio, so the business school is made up of several other smaller schools, is the best way to do it. So we get business and management, that's mainly on the Treforest campus, and we cover business and management amongst that with strategy. We've also quite a new and very popular focus on international business management, marketing management, human resource management, logistics, procurement, supply chain management, as well as business and management specialisms as well. So all that happens on our Treforest campus. Our Newport City campus is more aimed at the part-time professional market. We also cover business and management there on a part-time basis, and with a smaller full-time cohort. We have hotel and hospitality management, where we work very closely with some 5-star hotels in the area, and students spend time working in top-end hotels to get that experience in hotel and hospitality. We also have a partnership with an international conference centre, and again, students get to work in there as part of their international event management programme. Strategic customer management has got partnerships that's really aimed around call centres and call centre management. So we've got strong partnerships again with industry there. Accounting and finance, we are a platinum ACCA provider, so one of the best accounting and finance from ACCA perspective providers in the world. Highly recognised and highly desirable qualification to have. The accounting team are all qualified accountants, a lot with many years of accounting experience, and we cover quite a range then of the general accounting and finance, as well as forensic accounting and accounting and the management side of it, the more management accounting side, as well as the financial accounting. The law school's top in Wales, very highly recognised, and we cover all aspects of law. We've got a law clinic whereby we come in and our students get hands-on experience and provide legal advice to members of the public as they come in, and obviously supervisors are not just left to it, they're supervised by the academics, and we teach also law with criminology and with criminal justice. So we've got a very strong law provision.
Sorry, Stuart, I'm just going to step in to explain one thing. I think it's very important for the international students. I think for SI UK counsellors, as well as our international students, if you are already doing an undergraduate degree in the UK for the first year undergraduate study, if you regretted your choice and you want to study law, the common scenario would be you have to start in the year 1 again with a university for the law degree. But if you choose the University of South Wales, as long as you finish the 120 credits for your year 1, doesn't matter what subject you do, you'll be able to transfer to the University of South Wales, start from year 2. And in 2 years' time, you still will be able to get a law degree. You don't have to waste another year in your life to change your study sort of subject. Okay, so this is very important for our students who are already in the UK. You will have the second chance to change your subject and the major in the future. And another one is, as Stuart mentioned, about the accelerated route. This is a very important one. In the UK, I think we are the only university in England and Wales offer this kind of like course. So normally, if you want to get, if you want to work in a solicitor firm, you have to get a law undergraduate degree as well as post the legal practice course. And the legal practice course, a full-time course, is 1 year. So that means you study 3 years for your undergraduate. You pay another year, either with your own university or perhaps you have to pay another provider to get that course passed. And then that's 4 years together. Then you can go to work in a solicitor firm. So with the University of South Wales, you don't have to do that. You basically,
South Wales Business School.
Sorry, this automatic audio is very difficult.
Business management.
1 second. So sorry. So basically, if you study with the University of South Wales, you can finish your law degree within 3 years and also pass the legal practice course. So you save 1 year with us again. Sorry, Stuart, I'll hand over to you now.
No, thank you, Jenny. Some really good and helpful points there made. If you can move to the next slide, please. I'll just talk about the top-ups. So Jenny mentioned earlier that if you've got a level 5 qualification, as we call it, so a diploma level qualification, you can top that up to a UK degree. So that is a direct entry into the last year of study, and we've got 7 top-ups that we offer. So it'll be a business and finance and accounting, a business and human resource management, a business and marketing, a business and supply chain management, a business and business management, and an international business qualification. So you'll have those specialisms as a named qualification if you choose to do the top up. So that's just 1 year of study, and you then get the Bachelor of Arts or the Bachelor of Science in your chosen specialism. And also that then allows you to not have, you've got your level 6 UK qualification, and if you choose to, then you can then go into higher education still to do a master's or MBA qualification. So what's so unique about the business school? And as I said, I'd say a real strength is that we prepare you for future careers. All of our courses are designed with preparing you for work. We are academics. We do value the importance of research, but we also value the importance of research we can apply to real life. And this is really brought to life. We've got a South Wales business clinic, whereby we've got particularly small to medium enterprises, so people with their own organisation, their own business, and they've got problems that they need help with. So our students working as consultants, and they'll solve these problems with a marketing problem, a supply chain problem, an accounting problem, and we basically offer advice and provide consultancy. And that's real experience that our students get. It's real life problems. It's not something out of a textbook. It's with real people, with real businesses, engaging with our students to help make their business better. And that's just experience you just can't get from a textbook. So that's a very successful model we've got. The clinic's been going there for about 3 years, and it is hugely popular, and both with students and with local organisations. Okay. Postgraduate, so we've got a very large postgraduate option. I'm going to talk a lot about the MBA Global and its specialisms, and the MBA option in particular. We've also got the full range of professional specialisms as you'd expect within management. So postgraduate options in marketing and strategic digital marketing, human resource management, strategic procurement from a supply chain perspective. We offer MSc Strategic Procurement and MSc International Logistics and Supply Chain Management. We offer general Masters in Management, Leadership and Management, as well as Public Relations. I think the key thing to recognise with all of these, that each of these have got their own professional accreditations. So this means that the professional bodies, so the experts in maybe SIPS for procurement, or CIPD for HR, or the Solicitors Regulation Authority for law, recognise that our courses are of sufficient standard to say, look, we really value what we're teaching, they really value what we're teaching, and this, they then accredit them, and that allows the Graduate Centre full membership of these professional bodies upon graduation. And that's something that makes a real difference. If you are applying for a job and you've got an accredited degree, so you've got membership, full membership, it means you already know a lot of things about that sector and about the business you're going into, and it gives your employers confidence then about the people that are employing. So not only have you got a master's qualification, you've also then got a membership of a professional body that says you know how to do things within that sector. So it's a very, very powerful thing to have. Moving on then specifically to the MBA and MBA Global. So we offer 2 MBA courses, so Master of Business Administration courses at University of South Wales. There's a traditional MBA, and we've got a relatively newly validated MBA Global. It's just finishing its first year in curriculum. No matter which one you choose, I would say I firmly believe they offer a truly transformative experience. And what I mean by that is you have a different view of life when you come out of it. Your understanding and knowledge and awareness of organisations and the way they work will be so much greater enhanced after doing this, that you will be able to confidently apply for management positions with organisations. So the idea is it supports you to take a next step in your career in business management, whatever that might be, whatever stage of your career you might be at, whether you're looking for your first graduate job, or whether you want to make a step into management, or whether you're making a step into senior management. The MBA is absolutely the vehicle to help you do that. So the MBA course, it's full-time, and we offer it full-time over 1 year, or you can study it part-time over a 2-year duration if you want to work alongside your study. That could be appropriate. The MBA Global, it's full-time only, and that's 2 years in duration. It's longer because it includes some work placement, and I'll talk a little bit about that in the subsequent slides. If we go to the next slide, please. So the MBA, it offers an applied strategic perspective of organisation management, and that part is really important, the applied perspective. So it's about, we've read this theory, academics have done this research, how do we apply that then to real life situations? So that's really the critical element of it, and it's very much focused on strategy. It's not so much the technical approach to it, but this is aimed at senior management, so you understand high level strategy and how to make important business decisions. The focus on application of theory to solve real world business problems. So it's not some abstract conversation, it is about solving problems. It's very much about you as a leader and how you'd look at the information around you and apply it to make informed strategic decisions. The MBA is for you if you want a career in maybe consultancy, a career in strategy, or indeed in general management. The MBA Global then, this is a 2-year full-time course. It includes the opportunity to complete 10 months of work experience. So I'd say if you want to maybe fast track into management, but you don't have much experience at the moment, this is absolutely the course for you. It's the 10 months work experience lets you to work with large employers, and we've got local authorities, we've got Transport for Wales, we've got the NHS, we've got General Electric, some of the largest organisations in the world are on our doorstep and are taking our students to give them work experience. So it's an opportunity to study specialisms that reflect the diversity of modern organisations. So there's pathways within the MBA Global. You can do one in general management, which may give you a very rounded approach. But you can say, actually, I've done my core modules and I quite like specialising in something. So you can specialise in human resource management, you can specialise in supply chain management, in marketing, in finance, and entrepreneurship. And so this is an excellent qualification, very, very popular, and it's ideal for students who wish to pursue a career in senior management in any of the above sectors. And I say the key thing is once you graduate, you've then got the 2 years work visa, and so you can work in the UK for 2 years after graduation under the visa as well then, which is also a good thing to get that work experience in those organisations.
Thanks, Stuart. I'm just going to step in and to highlight some points you just mentioned. I think it's very important for our applicants. First of all, we offer 2 types of MBA, as Stuart mentioned. Both of those MBA courses accept fresh graduates. So you don't have to have work experience to apply for the University of South Wales for MBA courses. You could just graduate from an international qualification that's equivalent to a UK undergraduate degree, or perhaps a UK undergraduate degree. You can join us for the MBA degree straight away. And the reason for that is because, as Stuart mentioned, the course setup we have here is very much applied, which means we will help you to gain that sort of real life experience and real life insights whilst you're studying with us. And that is the reason we don't need you to have a work experience beforehand. And that's one thing, is the entry requirement. Secondly, the MBA Global, I want to really highlight this because it's very important for our international students. It is 2 years, but we only charge you for 1 year tuition fee. Okay, so the second year you're doing up to 10 months work experience in the UK, and that's completely free with us. We don't charge you for any money. It's only 1 year tuition fee. So basically the cost for those two courses are exactly the same, £15,000 for international students. But even better, we would offer you an international scholarship if you meet our entry requirements. And the international scholarship is up to £2,500. Or for most of our international students will be £2,000 flat, but for some certain regions that we offer specific support, then that will be up to £2,500. So taking that into consideration, the degree itself not only would give you the working experience and give you the real insights, but it also is very affordable for our international students compared to the similar courses offered in other universities in the UK. As Stuart mentioned, the second year of our MBA Global is a 10 months work experience. There are two models for this work experience. First model would be quite similar as what other universities offer. We will support you to apply for placement with our partners. The range of partners we have cross from government departments to corporate business. Okay, so you have a wide different choices to fit your career plan. However, if you are more towards to academic side, or perhaps you don't want to travel to do that placement, we also give you guaranteed placement on campus at our business clinic. This is very unique and it's very difficult to get in the UK. Not many universities would offer you guaranteed placement. Because we have this business clinic that offers real life consultant service to our local small to medium business. So we would be able to provide real life projects and work experience to our students who prefer to do the placement on campus. So you don't have to relocate yourself for the placement. You don't need to pay additional commuting fee either. Okay, so that's what I want to add on the MBA courses. Thank you, Stuart.
Thank you, Jenny. Okay, and so in this last section of it, just to move on from the courses, is how we support you for your career. So if you could move to the next slide, please, Jenny. So we talked about the professional accreditations and say that they really do make a difference. In some sectors, you just won't get the job without those professional accreditations. You'd have to do a separate study, but you get that as part of studying with us anyway. Our links with industry are excellent. We've got well over 100 partners who work with us and have worked with us for a long time. We are well known in the area. We're a trusted and respected university in the area, and we've got excellent industry partners. Hence the reason that an awful lot of our students, so 95% of our students, walk into jobs upon graduation. That's the result of our links with industry. The placement opportunities, obviously developing from those links with industry, are second to none. And you're not going there to photocopy things and make the tea. It's proper work, it's proper management work. You're given real problems to solve, you're given responsibility. So it's reflective of what the sort of jobs you would go into when you graduate, but in a safe and controlled space. It's very much about applied learning. The focus, as I said several times, is about applying the theory to practice. And there is your top experts in the field. So an awful lot of us have got industry experience, senior management experience within industry, as well as obviously an academic experience. So you've got those two perspectives coming together and passionate and giving you the knowledge that you need to be able to succeed in your own careers. And this is just an example of some of the organisations we work with. We've got very, very big names, also National Health Service, Rolls-Royce, local government, John Lewis, GE, Network Rail, Bentley, Microsoft, Airbus, and we've got many, many more on top of this who work closely with us and really support our students. The facilities are excellent, so there is a 24-hour library when we're in campus, and outside that you've got full access to your online library, so you can access literally thousands of journals and specialist reports. You can see pictures here of we've got a court, so in Treforest we've got moot court, and so we mock up court hearings, and we'll get as you'd be expecting, all the recordings, and it's set up like a proper trial. And we've also got the advice clinic. You see we've got a financial trading room where we simulate happenings in the stock market to teach you how to trade. The centre picture is a business clinic, exchange downstairs, where you meet with local businesses. And we've also then got a simulation suite, hydro suite we call it, where we mock up, particularly for public relations, we could mock up PR nightmares. So for example, you could have a scenario whereby one of the ones we do is you are a manager of a cruise ship, and there's someone gets food poisoning. How do you manage that outbreak? How do you make sure how do you control what happens on Twitter and the message that goes out and try to manage it? So we do all sorts of things. We also get simulation suites we do in our strategy classes, whereby you are the managing director of a mobile phone company, and the decisions you make unfold in real time, and you see your stock price rising and falling accordingly, and your sales rising and falling accordingly. So we've got lots of simulation suites and that sort of technology to really help you prepare for work as well.
Thank you, Stuart. I think that's an important point to take away. Not only the course itself is designed to help you gain the real insights, but it also helps you to understand the up-to-date technology in the relevant industry. So you will be prepared to use those tools when you're in your real life work. And so for our business school, the general information, the course setup, especially the MBA courses, today we talked about it quite a lot. So if any of our audiences have any questions, please feel free to pop into the chat box and we will check that. But before I check that questions, I do have some questions to ask Stuart on behalf of our students, because it's being asked so frequently.
Okay.
First of all, do we have any exams if you study MBA courses with University of South Wales?
It does vary. There are a small number. The majority of our assessments are not exams, because we believe in assessing students' ability in a variety of different ways. There are a small number of exams, but not many. I'd say the most frequent you'll do is written assignments. You also expect to do some presentations. And sometimes things such as concept maps and different ways to share your ideas. Postgraduate exams are even more rare. I think, for example, on human resource management, there is one exam for the employment law module, and that is it. I'm pretty confident in the MBA course there is no exams. On the MBA Global, as long as you don't choose HRM, there are no exams, for example. So in short, yes, we do exams, but not many, and we are keen to explore your understanding through a variety of different ways, because we think that's really important, because not everyone is great at exams. That's
fair. And also, to be fair, when you're working in a real job, your boss won't come with an exam paper and say, finish that for me. You know, it's always the project.
Test your memory on this. No, that doesn't happen in the real world.
Exactly. So I also want to ask, how many students in each class if they study MBA courses with us?
Okay, so the MBA cohort can be quite large. However, we keep it manageable. So we don't like any more than 30 really in a class, because an awful lot of our classes, you might be in a large lecture hall, but we've got two very different types of learning environment. So you have your traditional lecture, which is largely directed by the lecturer, where they might talk for an hour and provide you the main theories and information around about a topic. but the most of your time is in what we call seminars, and that's a much smaller setting. So that's where you'd have with 30 students, and you'd work through practical activities to really develop your understanding of something. So we do group work, we do presentations, we might look at some research and pull it apart, we might do host debates, or the sort of things you see in the pictures below where you're working through maybe your simulations and so on and so forth. They happen in much smaller focused classes. And a key thing is every student has got an academic mentor. So we do generally care about your progression, and there is someone there who you can go to for support about not only academic study but wider concerns as well, because we do realise it's, particularly for international students, it's a new university, it's a new house, it's a new country, new culture. It can be quite an unsettling experience, and we're very, very aware of that, and we work very hard to encourage you to be part of a community, and we're very keen to support you in that transition and joining us.
Thank you. Also, some students always wonder how international your MBA course is. Is it, in terms of population, is it mainly international? Is it mainly home students?
Our global MBA, so we had just under 200 students this year, and we've got one UK student on it.
That's very international.
So it's very international. And we have a good mix. So the MBA course, the MBA Global course, MSc Management courses in particular are very attractive to international markets, as is the International Logistics Supply Chain Management. So I've got students on there from Fiji, from Ghana, from China, from Nepal. So there's a very, very strong mix, international mix, particularly on our top-up courses and the postgraduate courses.
That's very good diversity as well. So I think that's quite important for international students to do their MBA degree, because you do want to make sure you are in the environment that provide you different aspects of the world because in the future you may not work in your home country, you may not work in the UK, you want to be mobile, you want to work somewhere else, then the more you know about the world, the more you know about different cultures, the better you're going to get on with it. So that's very good. Thank you, Stuart.
No, there's a very strong international focus, and in this, the MBA Global's underlying theme is about Industry 4.0, so how technology joins the world together. It's a very international and very technology focused qualification.
Yeah, that's brilliant. And also I know that on our MBA courses, we don't just offer the student lectures and webinars. We also have industry key speakers coming regularly. Can you talk a little bit about that side as well, please?
Yeah, sure. So there's two programs we run. There's a Global Choices series which we run, and we've got very, very senior people coming to that. So we've had ex-prime ministers come and speak to us. We've got chief executives come and speak to us. So you've got people who have got real, one of them used to be the head of MI6, espionage and James Bond sort of stuff, Secret Service. So real high level people who've got really interesting jobs coming to talk about their experiences and giving advice and their view of current events. And yeah, we also get then we host industry visits, so you'll go out and you'll see, aside from placement, you could go out and you'd see local organisations, and we'll get then speakers in so managers in, so people doing the jobs that you might want to do after you graduate. So senior managers talking about what they do day to day, their experiences, their journey, and the sort of advice and top tips and what's going on in their sector. So absolutely, that's very much part of the learning environment and learning experience that we support.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, as international students a few years ago myself, I do find key speakers coming to the university deliver a speech or deliver any kind of form of activities with students is very important. Obviously we can get sort of like real insights in the relevant industry, but at the same time, it's a very good networking opportunity for our students as well. As Stuart mentioned, most of the speakers coming to the University of South Wales, they are very senior in their own area. And for those people, if you can network with them and get a bit more understanding about the industry requirement, it's much better for you when you're trying to start your career building. Talking about career support, apart from the key speakers and industry knowledge, we also have a career service team that offers specific support for our international students. I think it's quite important for if you want to sort of like using that post-study work visa in the UK to gain that insights about getting a job in the UK is very crucial when you're doing your degree. So if you're starting with the University of South Wales, you'll be able to enjoy all of the support we offer to you on the campus. For instance, our service team colleagues will be able to help you to sort out your CV and help you to improve your presentation skills and help you to understand what kind of interviews you should expect when you're looking for jobs in the UK. And sometimes they would sit down with you individually and to talk through about job opportunities that is the best suitable for you. So if you do join us, please make sure you use those services available on campus to enhance your employability. At the same time, we don't just offer you this service when you're on campus starting with us. We also offer this service within 3 years you graduate with us. So even you are still in the UK doing your post-study work visa for 2 years, you still can get back in touch with the university, get career advice for your future. So I think that's a really unique service we offer in the university here, because we do want to support you as much as possible. I do see a question here. So if anyone else have a questions, please just pop into the group chat and we can help you to answer that.
Jenny, we've had 1 or 2 people actually private message me with questions, so if I may read them out.
Yes, please. Thank you.
So we've got a question from Manoj Podel. He says, I want to know more about the ACCA course, the cost and duration. He's already done his master's from Nepal and a second master's from France, and has also studied chartered accountancy in Nepal up to a second level. So I guess he just wants to know more about how he can study at the university.
Okay, so my suggestion is, if I get some contact details, I'll get my colleague Jared, Jared Davis, who looks after ACCA, so because there might be some exemptions available there, and he can give them the best advice how to progress with ACCA study.
Yeah, definitely. Ravina, I do also want to remind the students, basically for ACCA study, if he's already holding a master degree in their home country, then I assume that he would like to finish the ACCA professional level. Is that correct? I'm not sure. So basically, if you want to achieve the ACCA qualification, you have to pass the fundamental 9 papers and then pass another 4 papers, which is on the professional level. If you study an undergraduate degree for 3 years with the University of South Wales, then you're very lucky, because you basically get those 9 papers exempted. You don't have to worry about those 9 papers. Obviously, you have to pass the degree, you can't just show up and get the exemption. And then if you study the master degree with us, then we will support you to get those 4 papers passed. But you must remember, in the UK, there's no university would offer exemption for the professional level 4 papers. So you have to pass those exams yourself. But at the University of South Wales, we have a specific master degree that is tailored to support you to get those professional papers passed. So Stuart is completely right. The students need to provide the details of his or her academic background, and let's see if you already qualified for some kind of exemptions for the fundamental 9 papers. Then we can help you to decide which program would be the best to make sure you get this ACCA qualification. I hope that helps.
Brilliant. Manoj, if you're listening, I hope that helped answer your question. I'm just going to request if you want to unmute yourself and kind of get more clarification on that, now is a good time to do that. So please feel free.
Yeah, and also Ravina, you've got my email address as well. So if you, if the students needs, please feel free to share my contact details. Then I'll help him or her to connect with Stuart or relevant academic colleagues.
Okay. Yeah, Manoj has just unmuted himself. Manoj, was that okay as an answer, or do you want to ask some further questions?
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
It's really helpful for the information, and thank you everyone for the information. I already studied the 2 master degree, that was MBA in management and accounting, as well as the finance. I just want to continue the professional ACCA. So how can the Wells University help me to grab that qualification?
Okay, so yeah, I think the best thing to do is to put you in contact with my colleague, Dr. Jared Davis, who looks after ACCA. He knows the qualification inside out. He runs the course and will be able to give the best advice at what point you could join the course, join that qualification, because obviously you've already got a lot of high quality, high level qualifications. So I'm sure there's probably ways where you don't have to do all 15 papers or 13 papers. So there's, I think it's worth that conversation. So if you want to email Jenny or email myself, I can put you in contact with Jared, and he can give you that tailored advice that you need.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Manoj, I will add the email addresses in this chat box right now for you, so you have the email addresses.
Okay, thank you, Ravina.
You want to put mine in?
Yes, sir.
I'll put mine in now, so you've got my email address.
Yeah, that's brilliant. I
Other
also wanted to say,
Jen.
Malaja.
Go on.
Sorry, Arena.
No, go on, no worries.
Okay, I was just going to say, as Stuart mentioned, we have a range of different courses that support the student to achieve ACCA. Not only you can choose undergraduate, you can choose postgraduate, but I think we just launched a new course for the September intake that is tailored for students may have gained some kind of exemptions, but not the whole portfolio of the 9 papers. So we will offer you like a little bit more credit. You have to earn a little bit more credits additionally before you enter into the professional 4 papers study. So there are some different leeways we can offer you, and we can help you to decide which one is the best. So definitely get in touch, and I'll be able, or my colleagues will be able to provide details. So thank you. And any other questions, Ravina?
Yes, so we have one more question. I think it was asked by the student while you were talking about the sandwich, a little bit about Stuart. So the question basically goes a little bit about how the university can support them in finding more information about these internships and placements.
Okay. So it's the postgraduate, the MBA Global, is not a sandwich year as such. So it is a 10-month work placement. So we have employed a student experience officer whose main role within the university is to join students up with these employment opportunities. And that is, there's several things. So a lot of students actually find employment themselves. So they might already have contacts or come across some work they're interested to do. We also work very strongly with recruitment agencies and with their partner institutions to try and to place students. So I think that the first step is to understand what pathway the student wants to do. So we can then obviously look at tailor-made opportunities for them. We have some opportunities in some of the specialisms internally. For example, HRM and marketing, we've got some internal opportunities, and so they do a role within the university. But yeah, it's quite a wide portfolio, but we do have lots of opportunities, and we have a dedicated team that supports students getting those roles. And say, if for whatever reason they find the role, they don't find the role it's for them, then there is always opportunity to work in the business clinic. Does that answer the question?
Yeah, I think that should answer the question. Thanks so much. The other question we've got here is, do you have other campuses in London? I want to study business and law from the foundation, please.
We don't have any campuses in London. Actually, our campuses are with the exception of Dubai, are all in South Wales. So Newport, Cardiff, and Treforest, and two campuses at Treforest. So we don't have anything in London. That said, we're not that far. We're a 2-hour train journey from London, but it is far cheaper to live in South Wales than it is to live in London. So we don't have anything in London, I'm afraid. Sorry, David.
As I mentioned at the beginning of the presentation, one of the key selling points we have as the University of South Wales is affordability. And so I understand that many international students have this perception that if they come to the UK study, London is their first choice. I completely agree that London offers a great opportunity for you to enjoy the UK culture. But at the same time, I also want to mention that owning several cities in the UK can be called the capital. London is only one of them, and Cardiff is another one of them. So Cardiff is the capital city of Wales, which means we do share a very similar level of resources as London, and we offer different cultural portfolio for our students to enjoy and engage. At the same time, the cost of your tuition fee and the cost of your living period with the university is much lower than London. So there are some pros and cons for students to choose. I'm not saying there's a right choice or a wrong choice. It's completely up to yourself and whatever you need for your career in the future. And as Stuart mentioned, the University of South Wales is very well accessible. So for instance, from the Cardiff city centre to London, it's only an hour and 50 minutes. So even you want to go to London to enjoying a weekend or perhaps to have an interview, it's very easy to get there. So we don't have a campus in London, but we offer many other things.
Indeed, if you want to do your work placement in London, so say you managed to get a 10-month placement in London, that's absolutely fine. You could go there for 10 months and do your work placement. I mean, I'm not, this isn't a Welsh accent I've got, I'm originally from Scotland, and I find moving to Cardiff area, I find Cardiff a very friendly city. It's a very welcoming and safe city, and more so than say than London. London's enormous and it is very busy. Whilst you get the city life in Cardiff, it is a very welcoming, warm and friendly city as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think me and Stuart are both having this bias because obviously Cardiff is the first place I lived in the UK. I always feel Cardiff is my home and my family in Cardiff. And obviously for Stuart, as a Scottish man, England is not the first option, I suppose. So yeah, and also for our international students, if you like sports, seriously, Cardiff is a very good place to be. As the university, I do want to mention this as well because I talk about sports. The University of South Wales have a really strong connection with the Cardiff City Football Club. Yeah. So if you enjoy football or if you're interested in gaining a football coaching qualification when you're doing a degree with us, the University of South Wales is one of the very few universities that could to offer this opportunity to you on campus. You don't have to go to another place to gain that UEFA B license, okay? You can literally study a MBA degree and do the license at the same time. So if you like football, you like sports, you might as well. It's a win-win situation. Yeah. Any other questions?
I think that's pretty much it, and we're actually out of time.
Okay.
I've got, one more question. I think this will probably be the final one we can take. So it says, I live in Milton Keynes. I haven't completed qualifications, but so basically doesn't have a lot of qualifications and wanted to kind of come to university. So I guess I'm looking for more generic advice.
That's okay.
On what's the best way to apply to uni. It's David Mafuta.
So David, that's absolutely fine. So the entry criteria for master's qualification is either an undergraduate degree or work experience. And you've got management experience. So I'd say you're absolutely qualified. You, based on the short paragraph you've written there, I would say that you would be seriously considered for postgraduate study, depending on the length of your experience. I would say you could absolutely apply for postgraduate study if you've got management experience.
Yeah, that's right. I think also for our international students, if you got, for instance, a diploma, but you have more than 3 years management experience, as Stuart mentioned, not only you can consider MBA degree course, you can also consider our MSc management course, which is kind of like, I mean, the management course is very much accommodating for this kind of special needs. You know, we're very experienced in teaching different qualification holders, so don't worry about that. Please get in touch and we can help you to see which course is the most suitable for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I think that's all of the questions we can take during this webinar. However, if you do have further questions, please feel free to email me and consult ASA UK. They are one of our most trusted partners in the UK, so they will be able to provide professional services and advice to our applicants. So hopefully we'll see you soon in the future, and keep in touch and be confident that we will be able to welcome you in September. And we also offer a wide range of February intake as well. So thank you, Stuart, today as well for the brilliant presentation.
Really enjoyed it. Thank you. I've enjoyed meeting you all.
Thank you, Ravina.